Akhtar. And I said, yes, indeed, I have one of the records. Back in '91, I was really, really, really depressed. And I walked into my friend's record store, and he said, you gotta check this out, this will really cheer you up. And he handed me her first record on Jack. I thought, oh, it's really a cute girl on the cover. I have to check this out. And it was marvelous music inside. So I became her fan, and then was working on Joan Osborne's Relish record. We were cutting the track of Sonny Boy Williamson's Help Me, I'll never forget. And I said, you gotta help me get out of the session early because I'm gonna go and see Page and Plant. They're doing a reunion on TV, MTV. And there was Najma singing The Battle of Evermore, the great Sandy Denny part, but doing beautiful, all sorts of new twists and turns. So I was like, wow, there, I can see her finally, it's great, that's so cool. And then I got this call, so I was up for it. I immediately responded to the guy and said, sure, I'd love to meet her, so she can take it from there.
So then he visits London, Gary, of course, comes to London, and my friend in America says, you gotta meet this guy. So Gary comes home, and he has his hat on his head and guitars on the back, whips it out, come on Najma, sing a song. It's like, oh God. Just within...
I just threw her enough the deep end into it.
Huh?
I threw her into the music, just like gave her some music right.
Right there and then we almost composed, well, made 4 of the songs that are on the album. Because after Gary left, I kind of worked on the lyrics in Urdu.
Yeah. And that's something I want to say, because after Jeff Buckley, Najma is one of the best, if not the best, collaborator I've had. Because I worked with her the same way I worked with Jeff. I gave Jeff finished instrumentals, and he created a melody and a lyric to intertwine in the matrix of the music I'd given him. And so Najma really did an amazing job. I mean, when I first heard the result, I was stunned.
I gave it to him on a little Walkman that I recorded. We had banging and drilling happening outside our apartment. I said, Gary, can you please, what do you think? And I was quite worried. I thought he wouldn't either hear properly or wouldn't like it. But Rishte, Aksar, and Wardin, and there was one more I think we just did. And it...
Yeah, well, so we got to really start recording this seriously. And so we brought her to New York and then went to a little studio in the basement of a guy's house in New Jersey. We had all this cool vintage equipment, analog board and whatnot. And then one day we knocked out 4 of the tracks that are on the record, as is.
Another part that was there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we did 4 tracks,
and
completely mixed and recorded, finished in one day, which was brilliant.
And then we finished the record pretty quickly after that. We just knew we could work together really focused, and it was beautiful.
Well, we believed in the project, that it was very unique, and still is very unique, and luckily Harmony Mundi took it up. And,
well, and that's another story too, I have to say. When we finished it, we did a showcase in New York at Joe's Pub. We had a very respectable crowd, and they loved it, and people from record labels, but nobody was willing to commit. I happened to find myself in London a couple of months later, and I ran into the legendary producer Joe Boyd at a party, right? Yes, Joe Boyd of Nick Drake and incredible string band, Fairport Conventional. Great music, I loved. And I asked him about this. He said, oh, the only place to take it is Harmony Mundi, UK. So I said, that's good enough.